Hey there. So today's video was going to be, was a toss-up between what it is, which is feeling with your twin flame or your soulmate, really, because I'll explain about why it's not differentiated as to one or the other. And the other one was going to be the second half of my video, going over my encounters with extraterrestrials. So the first half of that video was encounters with spirits. But here I am. I took a little break from that realm, I guess, and went into a calmer part of the realm, I guess. So, feeling what your twin flame or soulmate feels, and I'll tell you why I haven't categorized this video as to being one or the other. I'm hoping that this reason will make this video more interesting, but it's because I don't know who my twin flame is. I thought I did, and then it seemed like I was carried through my soul group. And I had a lot of encounters and experiences, conversations, a couple of relationships, all within the mental realm and all as a unit. It's almost like we experienced these things together. And each time one ended, it was for a good reason, sometimes painful, but I was always carried to something better. And even up until the person that I was connected to right before the person I'm with now, I would have a sense of what they were feeling. This started in August. It's November now. And since August, I've experienced about 4 different partners or so, maybe three to four. And there's been a couple more that just seem to be potentials or helpers or maybe associates. I'm not really sure how to describe it. I got triggered by somebody that I was interested in about 15 years ago. I saw a documentary on this person, and I was I was triggered to, I guess, remember them. And from there, I started realizing like certain pains in my body were not going away no matter how many pills that I took. And then as time went on, I became more aware that this person was really in, we were really in each other's lives. And then I started realizing that the pain that this person might be having might be the pain that I'm having, because this person was a retired professional athlete to a really high caliber. And even though that he's been retired for some years, he's 17 years older than me. I'm 35 and he's in his early 50s. I asked a friend of mine who was very familiar with his sport, which was boxing, and he said, yeah, that kind of aftermath kind of pain can exist. And I am, I guess, well versed, or I don't even know if I'm well versed to tell you the truth, but I'm gifted in Reiki. I didn't even know what Reiki was until I looked it up. I had an ex-boyfriend a Japanese ex-boyfriend that had back pain that I gave a massage to, and I found his pain, and he said, you know, that's not common, right? And at first I kind of dismissed things because it was something that I could do naturally. And then as time went on, I realized that he was talking about something more specific. I don't even know if he felt that that's what I was doing, but him mentioning that led me to researching what it could be. And then I started applying it to myself, because when I was researching, I found that it could be done remotely. And then from there, I started to take my own pain away. And I wasn't in contact with this person directly, the boxer. It was a very profound thing that I really didn't gain security about really believing until time went on, and I saw like a cascade of other things that were supportive. And that's how I'm able to have confidence enough to make this video now, because the things that happened are pretty unbelievable. But then as soon as you start getting like monumental amounts of support, environmentally, spiritually, through reading the Bible, prayer, synchronicities, a whole lot of things, you start seeing like, I can't be dreaming this. It's not my imagination. And so at this time is when I really transcended as well, because I've been trying to divorce my ex-husband. We're only technically still married. We're separated now. But I've been trying to divorce him for like a year, and I needed a new thing to try to get more progress so I could get away. So that's how everything started, and during this time I was triggered. I can go into more of that triggering time in the future, as far as what exactly triggered me to remember this person, because we did meet and there was an initial attraction, but there were assumptions and all these other things. And anyway, that's another video, I see. But back to practicing on myself. The pain did go away. It took me weeks to get it out, and I would practice. Not even really weeks. It took maybe like a strong, solid week and a half before I really realized that what I was doing was working. And then I would notice that it would come back. And the way that I practice, I looked up different techniques, but really I just always went back to doing it my way. And I just put my hand where it is, you know, different. It feels right, to tell you the truth. Like, it's hard to describe. I could go into that too. I think if I just sat down and spoke about it, the words would come, like, as to how to describe it. Here it's just gonna be rambling. But yeah, so I would feel what he felt physically and sometimes mentally, but this person, and I guess he's not a man of many words. He's more of a deep feeler, and you can tell these things in the way that he operates, and I'll just kind of stop there. After that, I was introduced. I don't even remember. Sometimes the way that these things begin and end, I really can't even recollect. And that sometimes is frustrating, but it happens so fast. I'll fast forward to now. I was introduced by somebody by ways of Facebook. And I felt drawn to this person, and that's how it's happened a couple times with a few people, not necessarily people that I've wound up having like romantic exploration with. And by romantic, I don't mean sexual. Things can get sexual, and it's a very different kind of sexuality, or maybe it's not. It's a different kind of experience. But I've seen people that I'm like, you're someone I need to know. And usually they're by ways of somebody else I know in life. And that's happened a few times. And so with this person, I felt drawn to him. I had seen him through